Okay. So the last two videos, the last two videos included 4 and 5. I actually done the application of toolpaths alongside the introduction. So this one here is going to be creating a toolpath template, and this here is where, as I said in the introduction, where you minimize mistakes and you make the process a lot easier. Because what you'll do every time you have a new door design, for example, you will tweak around with the settings of within vCarve to try and get the machine to do what you want it to do. And once you're happy with the couple of operations that it takes to do a door, a specific type of door, you can save them operations and apply them to future jobs, and do that with a lot of confidence. Enough confidence that, like, even now, like, I'll program jobs and I'll put the programs on the stick and I'll get someone to run them, and I won't even have to look at the machine. I'll just know it works. Now, when you're learning for the first, I'm going to say even a year, I would not recommend really doing that until you get really confident that you're competent enough to do it. Okay? But nonetheless, toolpath templates are going to make your life a lot easier. Okay? So I'm going to create two. Right? I'm going to create one toolpath template. Lordy, plug it in there. I'm going to create one toolpath template for doing a shaker door. I'm going to save it. I'm going to do one for a stepped shaker door, and I will do a third one for a cutout. Okay, so I'll do a shaker door first, right? It's the same as before, pocket, same settings, right? I'm just going to, I can't select. Okay, there we go. Now, this is where we introduce layers. Okay, so layers are, how do you describe them? I'll put something onto a layer first, okay? New layer. I'm going to call it 7mm 7mm shaker, right? I'm going to put a color on it just so I can signify it to be different, right? Press OK. Now, it's not selected. Now, you can see this one's red and this one is black. If I go to the layers on top, that black line is actually on layer 1, okay? I turn it off, you can see it turn off, but the 7mm shaker doesn't turn off, okay? And I can do the same with 7mm shaker, okay? And the red is just a visual for me, just to know that that is 7mm shaker. Now, you can use any color you want. I can change it to green, you know. I'll leave it green for now. So what we'll do is, down in the bottom here, there's a vector selector, right? So manual is what we've been using before, whereby you literally just click the square and press calculate. But in future, when you have 20 doors of one type and 10 doors of another, that's when manually selecting them really opens it up to making mistakes, okay? So what we do is we apply the doors that we want to be 7mm shaker to the layer that I just made, 7mm shaker. And we'll go into vector selector in here. Now, I want to select that, right? So, 7mm shaker. This is a closed vector. You remember from a previous video that a closed vector was a singular square that's fully connected all around. If I selected, all of it lights up, okay? Always going to be closed for doors, okay? The only time you really use open for a vector selector is if you're doing like V grooves that are done as lines, okay? So, closed vectors, 7mm shaker, and then what we're going to do is we're going to press associate with toolpath, right? And then watch down here, it is manual now. When I press close, it turns to automatic. So if I save this as a template for later and I bring it in, and then I just press the calculator button to recalculate, it will actually put this whole operation on this screen here on any layer that says 7mm shaker. Right, I'm actually going to just name this down here just for ease of seeing them later on, right? S-A-J-K-E-R. Okay. Cool. And there you go. And that's that one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that. So save all visible. Not save selected, save all visible. I want to save the two of them, not just the one that's highlighted in blue. Okay? So I'm going to go to my desktop, right? I'm going to make a new folder. Intro templates. And I'll use this now for the series, okay? Go in here, I'm going to save it as 7 mil SHAKER. Okay, and that's now saved. So alright, if I delete these, delete all, I can then do my drawings, have all my doors, right? I will then go search for a toolpath template. Here's 7 mil shaker. It brings them in. If I just press the calculator button, it will put them onto the door. Okay, it's very good. Delete all. Now, one thing to know, if I'm just going to delete this layer, I'm going to move it back to layer 1. Okay, so now 7 mil is gone. So what you do, if you're doing some doors, you'll draw them. You won't pay any attention to the layers. You'll then bring in your toolpath template, and it'll ask you, oh, there's a layer missing, because within this template that I'm bringing in, there's an association with 7 mil shaker, and the system knows that it can't see it. So what we want to do is we want to create them missing layers. Right, so now we have it back again. So I'm going to just change this to pink, for example. Right, nothing's on that layer at the moment. I then have to select any door that I want to have 7 mil shaker. Right click, move to layer, 7 mil shaker. Now you see it's pink for 7 mil shaker. Okay, and then I do my nest, hit the calculator, and then it's on. Okay, very good. So I am now going to make a stepped shaker toolpath template. Okay, so I'm going to just make a new layer. Let's just say 8 mil step shaker. Right, I'm going to make that layer. Should I make it green? Okay. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do a pocket toolpath. Now let's just say I said 8 mil, so I'll make that 8 mil deep. Now this is the operation for the inside, before the step. Okay, and I'm not going to draw another square. I don't need to do that. What I can do is I can link it to this square that I've called 8 mil step shaker, and within my toolpath template I'm going to make an allowance. So I'm just going to assume that we want to do 15 mil of a step before we start that. Okay, I'm going to go into vector selector. I'm going to deselect 7 mil shaker. I'm going to select 8 mil step shaker. You can see it's already lit up. Hit associate. We're manual at the moment. If I press close now, we're going to automatic. If I press calculate, there it is, and you can see that it's stepped in 15 mil, stepped in 15 mil, and it's gone 8 mil deep. Right, so that's that one. And then very simply, I'm going to do this very simply now. I'm going to do a profile toolpath, 4 mil deep. I'm going to select the 40 mil cutter. I'm going to go inside the line. That's all I need to select for the moment. Vector selector, 8 mil step shaker. I'm going to associate that. I'm going to press calculate. Right, and it's added the line. Now that's going to be that's 5 mil in from the one we have. So that 40 mil wide tool is going to go around, and it's going to leave a little step there. Okay, I'm going to do another profile pass. Now in this case, I'm going to pick the 6 mil. Now ideally we want to do 6 and then maybe 4. But just for the purpose of making a toolpath template, I'm going to do this one 6, even though the other one on the inside is 4. I'm going to select that. It's already the same settings as before. Inside, vector selector, close, 8 mil step shaker, associate with toolpath. We're going to automatic and press calculate. And there we go. Okay. So now we have all our operations. And you know what? I'm just going to rename them. I'm just going to put any random name on it just so we know what they are. Yeah. Yeah. I've put 2 on it. Oh, I spelled that wrong. When actually doing these for your own use, you can call them whatever you want. Just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to call them this. And the reason I'm naming them is if you are doing a job and you're calling in a few different toolpath templates, you might, this video is going to end.